Hello everybody, Napkin99 here, and welcome back to the Minecraft Let's Play series. We've been on a bit of a roll here on the series. Last episode we built this beautiful farming village you can see around me, and for today I was originally planning to start continuing into the actual inner city, but I think it's going to have to take a bit of a backseat for today because we've got a couple problems we need to deal with. So in the midst of all of our building here in our Minecraft world, I have been neglecting some of our survival needs. If you take a look at some of our tools and especially our armor, we are in dire need of mending. So a Mending Villager is definitely something I want to get today, as well as an XP farm so that we can mend all that. As for the XP farm, I've already gone ahead and built that off camera. Let's go ahead to the end and check it out. So here we are in the end, and over there is our glorious Enderman Farm. And I've hooked up a little water elevator over here so we can get up and down pretty quick, and then run across the bridge over here. Now this isn't my own design, I followed a tutorial by Mortings on YouTube, and this is a design I use quite a bit. I had it in my old Let's Play world as well, but it's pretty simple, basically just a big old spawning platform from them up here, and then this is about 43 blocks up so they can fall all the way down and then get down to about one hit, and they're all running towards the middle because they're attracted to this endermite up here, which I don't think you can see the name from here, but I named it Ender Mitochondria because it is basically the powerhouse of this farm. But all the endermen fall down here, they're one hit, and I've got sweeping edge on my sword. So we can kill a whole bunch at once and just get endless amounts of XP. Way better than our skeleton spawner. And then of course we have a little enchanting setup over here so we can do all the enchanting we need to do. And a little unloader here so we can get rid of all the ender pearls that are coming in. I don't run it all the time because it's pretty noisy. Now our stronghold is about 1,500 blocks that direction. So let's go into the nether, get on the roof, and build a portal over there real quick. Aha, first try. Now that that's all taken care of, the only thing we have left to do is get the Mending Villager so we can actually get the mending to put on our gear. And since there isn't a village anywhere really close to here, we're gonna sit around here and wait for nighttime, and hopefully we can get a zombie villager to spawn on the first night. So I guess we just gotta wait for the sun to set and let the mobs start spawning. Alrighty, mobs should be starting to spawn any second here, so let's hope this doesn't go too rough. So basically our plan is once we find one to try to get it to pick up an item or this helmet. If it can't do that, we're going to name tag it so it won't despawn. Then we're going to run it up here underneath this little safety spot so we can turn it to daytime, put it in a boat, and it should be good to go. There's one. Let's get him over here quick because I think, yeah, sun's going to start coming up soon. And we'll name you. Wonderful. So now we're going to F3 plus B so we can kill this guy without killing the other one. There we go. And we got some splash potions made up here and some golden apples, so let's go ahead and get you transforming back into a villager. And we'll finish boxing this in so he does not escape. Aha! Alrighty, so let's get in here with this guy. Let's try to trap him in the center here. I'm going to put some trapdoors around. I have to move the boat a little bit, and we're going to show boundaries again. Break this, and now you're stuck in here. Haha! Now it's pretty much just placing and breaking this lectern until we get the trade we want. And since we did cure him, we're going to get a pretty good deal on it too if we do find it. There's the mending. Let's go ahead and grab a bunch of these. And there we go. We've got mending on pretty much all of our stuff now. I do have some more mending books. I'm going to put them on these other tools after we get them enchanted. I haven't put it on my axe yet because I want to add some more enchantments to this, and it's getting a little expensive already since I've had to repair it a few times. So what I want to do now is finish enchanting the rest of our gear, get it completely perfect. So I believe our helmet is already done, and our pants are already done, except for thorns. I believe we can add thorns to pants. And I'll have to look up and see if they could be added to helmets and boots as well, because I do want to do that if possible. I don't know if it really matters, but it'll be good to have on there. Then our chest plate obviously still needs unbreaking as well as those thorns. And then for our axe, I want to try something different. I probably will end up using this other axe because I'd rather have Silk Touch on the axe than Fortune. But the Fortune one will still be good to have. So to kind of help with some of our inventory issues, I want to try to get sharpness on the axe and see how that works as a weapon. I haven't really used it as a main weapon before, but I think it'll be interesting to try out, so then we can free up that sword slot, and it gives us one more row in our hotbar, which is going to be really helpful when we're building bigger projects with more blocks. Of course, we'll still keep the sword for when we're going to be doing more dangerous things like going into the nether or caving and stuff like that. It'll still be good to have for when we're expecting to fight a lot of mobs. But I think for just like the odd mob that spawns here and there, we should be pretty capable of defending ourselves fine with an axe. So I'm going to get enchanting here, and I'll see you guys with the final product. So after about 3 hours of enchanting and going through almost all of our lapis supply, we have finally got all of our tools fully maxed out, I believe, on enchantments. Everything except for Thorns 3 on everything. I did get it on my pants, but nothing else has it. I find that's a very hard enchantment to get from the enchanting table, because out of probably a couple hundred enchants that I did, I only had Thorns show up 3 times as an option, and once was Thorns 1, so we were barely able to get this Thorns 3 book. As you can see, I've also went ahead and upgraded it all to netherite. I did several hours of netherite mining, most of it at the wrong level, so that's why it took me so long. But we did manage to get all of our tools and armor, including our backup tools, upgraded to netherite, as well as having 5 netherite ingots to spare from our last trip. So with all that out of the way, I want to take a minute to kind of clean up our inventory as well as our ender chest. It's a big mess. We don't need all of this in here, and we could definitely free up a lot of space for other building materials, which is going to make building go a lot faster. And one big part of this is going to be this shulker box right here. This is going to have a lot of our backup stuff, and we'll keep this in our ender chest at all times. So we'll have extra tools and stuff, as well as some other materials that we're going to be using quite a lot, just as a backup, so we always have a supply of it in here. So one of the big things I kind of mentioned already was I put sharpness on our axes so that we can use them as a main weapon instead of our sword. So we're going to take our sword out of our main hand here, going to move our other tools over, and we're going to put our sword in with our backup stuff. And along with this, I'm going to try something different as well that I don't normally do. I'm going to wear my elytra at all times and put our chest plate in here. When it comes to survival Minecraft, I'm a bit of a wuss sometimes, so we're going to try living on the edge a little bit here, see how it goes. I think most of the time I'm worrying a little too much about nothing. So we'll be alright, I think, with no chest plate, just rocking the elytra 24/7. And with that, we're also going to put our backup elytra in this shulker box as well. We'll also keep a spot for extra rockets. Don't have enough gunpowder to make more, so we'll just put the one in there as a placeholder for now. As for other tools, I do want to keep another water bucket, some shears, and this flint steel in here as well. If we ever need to create a water source somewhere, say in the end, then we can create an infinite water source pretty easily. I think we're going to put our main water bucket in here as well. Kind of the main reason I had this in my inventory was to protect me from fall damage, and if we have elytra now, we can just glide down from wherever we're at. So that'll save us an inventory spot. So that'll actually save us another hotbar slot. On second thought, I think I'm going to take the shears out, and I'm going to replace it with iron. Also going to put emeralds in here. I think we're safe to put golden apples in here. They'll be kind of part of our battle plan along with our chest plate and sword, as well as an extra spot for more food. And we'll put a spot for shulker shells for more shulker boxes and make a placeholder for wood. And might as well put a stack of charcoal in here as well in case we need to make torches or smelt anything. But I think this about does it for our backup shulker box for now. If we do think of anything else, we do have a couple extra spots in here, so we have some room for tweaking. And that pretty much does it for our ender chest. Most of the rest of these are building blocks that we've been using in the farming village. And then this book is my dirt log. I just kind of keep track of where I've built over dirt so I can go underneath and grab more dirt if I ever need it. As for our main inventory here, this is about as refined as I think I'll be able to get it, with the exception of this crafting table, which isn't entirely necessary. We can kind of just throw this out because I always like to keep a stack of wood on me. So if I ever do need a crafting table, just make one up real quick, plop it down, and we can use it for a little bit in that area. But to me, pretty much everything else here is a necessity. Stone is kind of my main scaffolding block besides scaffolding, also interchangeable with dirt. I just happen to have more stone at the moment. So that's pretty much our inventory cleaned up. I'm actually very happy having this much hotbar space to work with. In the past, I've normally had my sword in here as well as a water bucket. Occasionally I've had a bow and arrow in there as well. which is actually probably something I should add to the backup chest now that I think about it. And about as quickly as I fix my inventory up, I have messed it up again. I have one more thing I want to do for our gear here, and that's specifically for our pants. And if you saw the thumbnail, you might kind of know where I'm going with this already. I want to get the Swift Sneak enchantment, because I do a lot of crouching when I'm building, and I'm tired of moving slow when I do that. So we're going to see if we can find the Deep Dark today, find an ancient city, and raid it to hopefully find some Swift Sneak. Now this, of course, is going to be very dangerous, so that's why we've got our armor and our sword and bow. And I've got a bunch of charcoal and wood as well, so I can make a bunch of torches. So there's kind of two ways of going about finding one of these ancient cities. One is to find big open caves, look down, and hope that you can see it from all the way down. But that's not very likely. It did actually happen in our last world, and that's how I found the one there. I think what I'm going to do this time is just find big open caves that look like they go really far down and are really big and open, so that way we can go down there and hopefully find an ancient city that way. It's going to be a little more dangerous, but that's why we've got all the torches to light it up, kind of make it a little safer for ourselves. Now I have done a little bit of exploring in this world already, so I do know where a couple spots like that are already loaded in, because I don't really want to load new chunks. Because when 1.20 comes out, there's going to be a new armor trim in the ancient city chest, so I kind of want to not have to go so far to find that. I believe this is the spot we're looking for. Yeah, so I saved these coordinates a while ago because I saw this mountain range and this nice little coast in front of it. Potential future building project here. But I remember there being a lot of big open caves around here, so we are going to look into these caves and see what we can find. So you can see a big cave down there, some over there, and I believe there's some more up on the hills over there. So I guess let's head down and see what we can find. So I'm still in the first cave here, and look what we found. Ow, a skeleton apparently. So I'll be honest, I am a little terrified. So real quick before we go down there, I've gone ahead and made a little mini base just outside of the cave entrance here. And I've set our spawn, so if we do end up dying down there, we can go back to at least try to get our stuff. I have a whole bunch of wool here with me. I have a little bit more in my ender chest. I've also gone ahead and turned on a shader pack called Fabulosity, because I am running sodium instead of Optifine now, so I don't have the internal shaders like I used to. These are pretty close, but there's a big problem with them I don't like, which is the block breaking animation. As you can kind of see here, it's just solid black, but we'll use them so it's a little bit brighter for you guys to see down here. And I guess let's head in and hopefully not die. Sneak 100, boys. I just want to double check before I get to where any shriekers are at. I believe I should be able to place wool directly next to these guys without triggering them. Okay, this is only my second time ever in the Deep Dark in survival mode, so I don't have a whole lot of experience here. Doesn't look like anything down in this cavern, so I think we'll head back up and see if this continues elsewhere. Well, not quite the structure we're looking for, but it's a start. Oh, I see bricks down there. I think we may have finally found it. Oh yeah, that's definitely Ancient City down there. Okay, let's head back up here just a little bit. I haven't seen any skulk sensors around here, so I think we're safe to dig in here. Never mind. Alright, so we're going to go over here and make a little hidey hole. Alrighty, our spawn is set over here, so I think we are ready to head on in and hopefully not spawn a warden. Oh man, we're right in the center of the city here. I think we're far enough away we can place a torch up here so that we kind of know where to go when we're done. Think we can drop down here. 4 shriekers immediately around me, so we're gonna have to start doing some blocking here. Alright, first chest, what do we got? Not quite sure which skulk sensor activated, but we should probably find that before we open this next one. Yeah, down here. That's where we messed up. Always check your surroundings. Well, we got Swift Sneak too. Found a notch apple. We'll take that. Okay, so I've got a little bit of a dilemma here. I just used the last of the wool blocks I brought with me, and I've got 2 chests here. There's one right here, and then one like right over that little wall over there. And I don't know if my warning level has decreased much since the last time I activated one of these shriekers. So I have 2 options. I can safely get the heck out of here, that way. Or I can open this chest and hope that everything goes smoothly. I can probably pick up some of my wool from around here as well. I might just get a little bit of it so I can build back up there to get out. Okay, there seems to be quite a bit of wool in these hallways, so I think I can just get a little more here and maybe be able to block those off and open those chests safely. What could go wrong? Uh-oh, think we're okay for now. Yeah, I really want to open this other chest, but I think I'm good. Let's get the heck out of here. Goodbye, Ancient City. I hope I never have to come back anytime soon. Alrighty, we are back at base now, and here is our haul from the Ancient City and some of the caving that we did to find the Ancient City. So we ended up with 2 Swift Sneak 3 books, as well as 2 Swift Sneak 2 books, so we can make another Swift Sneak 3. So we've got some backup pairs here. And of course we picked up some Skulk Sensors and a Skulk Catalyst while we were down there. We got some of the disc fragments for music disc number 5, as well as some Echo Shards. But let's go ahead and get this Swift Sneak onto our leggings. There we go. And now we're cruising, baby. Let's go. I'm coming. Meow. Meow. With that all out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the episode here, because we've gotten pretty much everything done that we wanted to today. Next episode, we're going to start working more on the inner city and getting a pretty major project done in there. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss out when that comes out. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Meow.